All right, let's head around the Inside Politics table and ask our reporters to share a nugget from their notebooks. Julie?
In talking to Republican voters in New Hampshire and Iowa over the past week, it feels like they've reached a turning point in this race. When you talk to voters earlier this year, they would say, we're so happy to have this big Republican field. Now voters are saying, when's this field going to start to winnow down? Just as a data point, when CNN had a Republican debate at this point in the 2012 election, there were 7 candidates on stage. This week's Republican debate has 10 candidates on the main stage, 4 in an undercard debate. But, when you ask these voters who should drop out, no one, of course, will say that their favorite candidate should be pulling out of the race.
All right, Manu.
John, Paul Ryan's going to be elected Speaker on Thursday. That's going to be the easy part. The hard part's going to happen immediately afterwards. And even before, this week, Congress is going to start to try to address the debt ceiling, raise the debt limit. This, of course, has been an issue that has divided Republicans very badly during the John Boehner era. Now, Paul Ryan's going to have to cast a vote to increase the debt ceiling. That's going to anger folks on the right. They're probably going to have a short-term debt limit increase. They may try to do that, and if they do, it's going to be on Paul Ryan's lap as soon as he gets in. Plus, there's a December 11th funding deadline, and he's going to have to cut a deal with the White House and engage in these bipartisan talks that, of course, are going to anger the right wing of his party. So he's really stepping into the same problems that John Boehner has had over the last several years.
Sort of like congratulations with a question mark. Congratulations. That's right. All right, Margaret?
No Joe. So we know Joe Biden's out. Doesn't matter. What impact is it going to have, right? We already saw David Plouffe jump in and endorse Hillary Clinton right away. Former, Delawareans bond together, but Joe's out. So what? So what about the union money? What about the union support? How quickly does that consolidate now? Probably around Hillary, maybe some around Bernie Sanders. Also, does Joe Biden's news coverage from all of us completely evaporate? Which is, what he's been guarding against, wanted to get as much of his legacy building in as possible just in case that happened. And then the final 2 Joe factors, which are, is he going to be a thorn in Hillary Clinton's side or not? And when are we going to see the rest of his legacy emerge? The cancer activism that he told us that he was going to be doing. When do we start to see Joe Biden's last act as vice president?
You really focused on that in the speech. All right, Nia.
2 big events for Hillary Clinton on Friday. One in Atlanta, where she will launch African Americans for Hillary Clinton. The other in Charleston, South Carolina, which of course was the site of that terrible shooting of those African Americans in the church, and also the Walter Scott shooting. She'll address the NAACP there. On substance, it'll be interesting what she says. She's going to lay out what her agenda means for African Americans. She'll likely talk about criminal justice reform as well. But it will be interesting, just the spectacle as well. What did she draw in terms of crowd size? How enthusiastic are those crowds? And everyone knows that the comparisons with Obama will be made, as well as Bernie Sanders, who's been able to draw really big crowds. She's certainly trying to put a marker down in those states and for her connections to African American voters.
The bar is pretty high there. Yeah. All right, my turn. Now that Vice President Biden has announced he's not running for president, the biggest mystery left in this campaign involves Donald Trump. Namely, why won't he advertise? He spent $0 running 0 commercials in 0 key states. I've heard from both Democrat and Republican consultants this week who call this malpractice. Now, Trump's explanation is he doesn't need it. He's on TV every day. In fact, we have an interview with Trump coming up in a little bit. But this misses the point. Political ads bolster your message. They can even cast you in a new light. They help. And even strategists who don't like Trump tell me that these ads could be huge, huge, huge for him, to put them in language that he might understand. These consultants tell me that with Trump's numbers slipping in Iowa, it is time that the billionaire put his money where his mouth is, literally.